Okay. Uh, I should be live. Okay, so I should be live. And welcome, guys, to another live stream. Today we'll be bringing to you, here we go, a very nice game that I've been playing for quite a long time in my phone. I just decided to use BlueStack, which is a Android emulator on the computer, to show you this game also from the computer. So it's a much bigger. No, the microphone is better and everything is just better. So with this video, just wanted to show with you guys this game, and hopefully, if you're interested and if you like it, you can try it yourself. Um, and it's called Futoshiki. It's a game very similar to Sudoku. These are the rules, by the way. I'm gonna just read them very quickly. And pretty much the goal is that, like in both the vertical line and the horizontal line, the numbers cannot be repeated. And of course, you have the easier puzzles, which are gonna be just 4, 4. So of course, in that way means that you only have up to 4 numbers, so from 1 to 4, and you need to put them in a way that they do not repeat in all the verticals, different columns, and also the horizontal lines. And of course, the more numbers you add, the more difficult it becomes. And now some cells at the beginning are gonna be filled, so the game is gonna help you somehow. And the rest is you're gonna use your logic and reasoning in order to fill all the other cells. Now, the main difference is that rather than having the square like Sudoku, right, when you have the square on top of which the numbers cannot be repeated, in this game, the difference is that you're gonna have these arrows, which are gonna allow you to see the order in numbers. So that means that like a number on top is going to be higher than the number on the bottom, and that always is the case. So it's a mass rule. So it's something that you always have. So the signs here, see, are more or less. And so the sign between two cells means that one number is greater than the other. And so a correctly filled square must satisfy the following 3 conditions. The numbers in each line should not be repeated, and each column should not be repeated, and if there are signs, the arrows in the field, then the condition must be met. So one number being smaller than the other. And of course, this is the an app version, the free app version. So you can see that's why there are some ads going on. But yeah, other than that, no, it's just everything is free. And yeah, I'm gonna just show you here, for example, in level 4, 4, just go to level 10. These are the arrows, by the way. So this arrow means that the number in this column right here, right, must be smaller than this one. And because here we have the numbers from 1 to 4, that means that this one must be either a 1 or a 2, right? Those are the only 2 things that you have, the only 2 options. And so it must be a 2, of course, because the 1 it's already there. So that means that this one is going to be a 4, right? And then you use this logic to fill all the other spots, right? For example, see here you have 1, 2, and 4, so that means that this one is a 3. So otherwise it doesn't get repeated, right? This one must be a 2, and then slowly, you repeat, you just fill all the columns, and this is just the easiest, right? Then if you go to 5, the difference is that now you have one more number. So you have one more number in each line and in each column. And therefore, this is where you need to start thinking about what you're actually doing. For example, in this case, what I always like is these combos of signs. See here that there are 2 signs. That means that this number is smaller than this one, and this one is also smaller than this one. It has to be. And you have a 1 here, so that means that this one cannot be a 1. It can only be like a 2, right? Or a 3. It could be a 3. This one could be a 3 or a 4, and this one could be a 4 or a 5. That's the only things that these numbers could be, because the 1 it's already there, but the 3 is also here. So that means that this one cannot be either a 3. So it must be a 2. So see how you have just eliminated the possible numbers by just taking a look at what the numbers are already there. Then unfortunately, I don't have enough information yet to know which numbers go where, right? I don't know enough, so I don't have enough numbers. So I'm gonna just leave it there for the moment, and then I go to another one. For example, this one again is just in line. So this one could be a 1, a 2, or a 3. This one 2, 3, 4, and this one a 3, 4, 5. So that's how you know that the numbers are all higher, right? So again, because there is already a 5, this can't be a 5. And now, therefore, because the biggest number is a 4, that means that this 4 can't be here, because the highest number is a 4 and it must be higher. So this one can't be a 4 either. And therefore, you can't have 3 here. So that's what you get from this combination. All right. Now, for the moment, once again, I don't have enough information to know which numbers go which, and therefore I'm gonna just have to leave it there for the moment. And again, I have two last ones. For example, here it could be 1, 2, 3, and 4, and this could be a 2, 3, 4, or a 5, right? And again, I have the 5, so this can't be a 5, so therefore this can't be a 4 either. But I don't know anything else yet, so that's why I have to leave it like that. And again, this one could be a 1, 2, 3, 4, and this one could be a 2, 3, 4, 5. But I have the 3 here in this case, so I can already eliminate the 3 both from the bottom one and also from the top one, right? So that's pretty much how you solve. And at this stage, this is where you start using the remaining platforms to know what's missing. So for example, sitting in the bottom column, I have 1, 2, 3. So I have a 4, 5 that could be either here or here. But because I have the 5 here in the column, that means that this one can only be a 4. See? And therefore this must be a 5. And so these now have more information, because that means that because I have the 4 here, that means that here I can't have a 4. So it can't be a 4, and also this one can't be a 3, because the conditions must always be met. So that's more info that I got. And then I need to use again my skills to solve. Now at this stage, sometimes is where you get stuck, like you don't have anything so obvious, or at least it looks obvious, but that's when the empty platforms here are going to help you to see if there are some numbers that can only be placed in a certain stage. So for example, normally the numbers that can really help you are the 1s or the 5s, like the extreme lower extreme or the highest extreme. So for example, in this cell, I could put a 2, I could put a 3, or a 4. So again, this doesn't really give me any additional insight, right? So again, it's not useful. Now here, I didn't notice something, the fact that there is already a 3, so that means that this one can't be a 3, so it can only be a 4. So I have another number that I can use to my advantage, because then I can eliminate the 4 from down here, and I can eliminate the 4 from down here, right? And also I can eliminate the 4 from here. So I got some more stuff. But again, I can't solve the other ones directly. So I need to use my logic once again. So here I could have anything, 2, 3, 4, or 5, and I have no clues whatsoever. And also here, 2, 3, 4, 5, and also here, 2, 3, 4, 5. And again, here I have 1 and 2, so this could be a 3, a 4, or a 5. That's it. This one I have a 5, which is guaranteed. So 1, 2, 3, 4, and 1, 2, 3, 4. This one I have a 3 and a 4, so that means that the only numbers left are 1, 2, and 5. And lastly, here I have a 4 or a 5, so 1, 2, and 3. And this is where you start looking at the columns and at the lines, and then you start to say, okay, is there a number that is repeated only once in a column or only once in a line? And therefore, that means that that number can only be placed in that particular position, all right? And now, for example, here there is another trick that you can use. See that in this case, I have a 1, 2, and have a 1, 2. Now, this means that if I have 1 here, the 2 must be here, right? And if I have a 1 here, the 2 must be here. So this means that the 1 and the 2 must be in these two cells. And therefore, that means that the 1 and 2 that I have over here, that could be potential options, they can't be here, because I have already the 1 or the 2 right there. See? Like if you just look at the line. So that means that here, there can be a 1 or there can be a 2. It can only be a 5. Right? And then I can do the same on this one. So I can remove the 2, because the 2 must go either here or here. And then I also have a 5. So I can take away the 5 here. I can take away the 5 here. I have to take away the 5 also on the column. So that means that this must be a 2. This, therefore, must be a 1 because it's the last number remaining. And with each process, you can see that the more numbers you have, the more you can select. For example, here, this one, it becomes a 3, right? This one, I remove the 1 here, and then I also remove the 2 here and the 2 here. And let's see what's left. See, for example, in this column, the 1 can't go here because there is already 1. So the 1 can only go here. And also because I have already placed the 3. So that means that the 3 can't be there. So that's the 2, and that's the 1. Therefore, this must be the 2, right? That's why you can see that you complete it. Therefore, this must be a 3. And this must be a 4, right? This must be a 1, and so forth. That's how you solve it, pretty much. And at the very end, you should have enough numbers. So the game should always give you enough numbers so that you can always solve it. So you don't have to guess. Like that's the cool thing about the game, that you don't have to guess. The numbers must go in a particular spot if you just use enough logic, and if you just complete the platforms good enough, that's where you can do it. So today I just wanted to show you a 9 puzzle. So the numbers go from 1 to 9, so there are a lot of numbers. And I'm not gonna show you the last 10 levels because like there are different videos online that I've seen, but I'm gonna go through, I don't know, 1971, right? The year where Jackie Stewart was world champion. So let's go with this level. I have never played it. So in that way, we can check together and you can see how you can use the tricks and all the logic that I showed you on the easier puzzles, on the greater puzzles. So now the first thing, remember, you always want to complete the arrows because that's the easiest thing to do first. So for example, there is a 7 here. So that means that here I could have a 1, a 2, a 3, 4, 5, and 6, right? Because those are the only numbers that are lower than 7. Now I have a 4 and a 3 already there, so I can remove the 3 and the 4. And again, it's the same right here, so I can put the same numbers, right? And in this case, there are no other numbers, so that's it. This one is linked to this one, which is linked to this one, which is linked to this one. So in this case, I always count. So 6, 5, 4, and 3. So that means I can have 1, 2, and 3. This one could be 2, 3, 4. This one could be 3, 4, 5. And this one 4, 5, 6. All right. Because otherwise I go above the 7. So it can't be, right? Because they all linked. See that they're all linked. And now I have a 4, so I can remove already a 4 from down here. So I only have 2 options numbers. Now, when you have 2 options numbers, that's the best, because that's a very useful trick that then different things that you can use in order to see, to use these 2 numbers, so these 2 only options, to exclude possibilities. So here it's easy. I have 1, 2, 3, and 1, 2, 3 as well here. Now the 3 is already down here, so here I have only a 1 or a 2. So again, this is going to be a pretty important cell to remember. Then let's see, I have here again. Okay, so this is interesting because actually here I could, I think I have something that must be something, right? So because the highest number in this cell can be a 6, right? Or a 5, it can't be any lower. That means that the highest number here can be a 5. Now that means that the highest number here can be a 4, but then I have a 3. So it has to be a 4, right? Because just imagine if I put a 5 here, and then this one must be there for a 6, this one must be a 7, but then it becomes double, see? So that's the problem. So that's when this one must be a 4, and therefore this one must be a 5 because it must be higher, and this one must be a 6. So this little thing has allowed me now to set numbers. Now these numbers are guaranteed, so that means that I know that I have these numbers here and these numbers are correct. Now remember, once you place the numbers down, it's very important that then you deselect, you cancel the numbers that now you have. So you have to use the numbers you have placed to remove possible outcomes. So here I'm going to remove the 4 right here, and that's it for the moment. Now, because here I removed the 4, that means that also this one can't be a 3, see, because the highest is 3, so that means that I have only 1 or 2. So again, these numbers, when you only have 2 numbers, that's very, very useful. All right, so let's see some other big chains that I have. So I have a chain of 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5 once again here. So up to 5, right? Yeah, up to 5. This one up to 6. This one up to 7. This one up to 8. And this one up to 9. Oops, my bad. All right, so I have the numbers here, so that is in that way it's easier to see. And now let's see, do I have any numbers that I can exclude? Well, I have the 3 here, so I can remove the 3 from this line. Here I have a 4 and a 7, so I can remove the 7 from this line. I can remove the 4 from this line, and also the 4 from here. And now, does that change anything? I think it doesn't, right? Because it's still 8, this is 7, it's still 6, so it doesn't really change anything. And yeah, so that's pretty much it. I have a 9 also here, but again, it doesn't really help me, so I'm gonna just leave it for the moment. Then I have another chain of 4 right here. So again, it's gonna be exactly the same. It's gonna be up to 5, then you go up to 6, then you go up to 7, and then you go up to oh no, 4, not 5. So this is 6 actually. 6, then you have 7, 8, and this one is gonna be a 9. Okay, here we go. Now, once again, because I have the 9 here, I have to remove the 9. So that means that this one can't be a 8, this one can be a 7, and this one can be a 6. So these are the only possible numbers that I can have. Again, I have a 4 here, so I can remove the 4 from here and from here. And yeah, that should be it, right? I don't have anything else. Now here, I'm actually noticing that because I have the 3 here, I can guarantee that this is going to be a 2, right? So this has to be a 2. So let's put a 2 here and a 1 here. Again, the 2 and the 1, that means that this one must be a 1. So I can remove the 1 from here and the 1 from here. And now because I've removed the 1 from here, see, I can't have any more than 2. So 2 can't be here, the 3 can't be here, and yeah, that should be it. Yeah, I think I got nothing else, right? Okay, let's take a look at some other chains. So I have a 4 chain once again here. So that should be numbers up to 6. So before I just write all the numbers down, and then I exclude like the potential numbers that are repeated or numbers I have already down. So I can exclude the 3 and the 3, the 4 and the 7, right, from this line, and then here the 5 and the 6. Now, does that change anything? 4, yeah, I can still keep it because there is a 3. I have a 9 here, an 8, 7, 6, 3, and 2. Yeah, I can keep all these numbers. Another chain, I think a pretty long one is this one, right? 1, 2, 3, and 4 once again. So I always start from the lowest number and then I go to the highest. I mean, different people have different ways to put the numbers, but at the end of the day, it's just the same. So can I remove anything? I have a 9 here, but again, a 9 will not help me. And I have a 7 here, but again, it's not useful. And that's it. So again, I can't really exclude or take away any other numbers. Then I have a chain of 3 here, here, and here. So let's start from this column right here. Now, chain of 3 means that the numbers, the lowest cell can go up to 7, right? This one can go up to 8, and this one can go up to 9. Now, again, because I have a 9 already there, I can delete the 9 here, the 8, and the 7. So again, because the numbers have to be, right, one greater than the other. I can do the same also here. So it's going to be the same numbers. So this one's going to go up to 8. This one is going to go up to 7. Oops, sorry. Yeah, 2, 3, 4, 5, 7. And then this one from the 1 up to 6. Exactly as this other one. Can I remove some numbers now? Yeah, I can remove the 2 here because it's repeated. And therefore, because there is not a 2 anymore, this can't be a 3. So I can remove also the 3. And then also 5 and 6 I can remove from this line. And then that's it, right? I don't have anything else. And then I have the other 3 line right there. So numbers up to 7. and therefore I can remove the 4 here, the 4, and also the 1, right? Because there is a 1 right there. So because I have removed the 1, that means that this one can't be a 2, and therefore this one can't be a 3. And now on the other side instead, because the lowest number is a 2, see here, that means that I start from 3 and I go all the way up to 9, because it's just one cell. Now I can remove the 7 from here because it's already on that line. And then that's it, right? I can't do anything else. 9, 9, 7, yeah, that's pretty much it. Now I've seen that I also have this other column that I could use, which is lower. So that means that it starts from 2 and it goes up to 7. But 7 is already repeated, so I can remove the 7. And that should be it, right? Yeah. Okay. And then let's just complete the other ones, which are going to be single ones. Now, another very important one cell is this one, where you have a cell in the middle and you have two numbers are greater than that number on the left and the right, or like on the top or on the bottom. Because normally that cell, you can exclude many numbers because like they can't be repeated. So for example, the number right here can never be a 1 because, can never be an 8, because if you have an 8, that means that one of the numbers on the sides is going to be a 9, but then you can repeat the 9 on the other side. So you can already start from 7. Like it can only be a 7 because then you have an 8 or a 9. In this case, because I have already a 9, it can either be a 7. So it's going to start from 6. So it's going to be either a 6 or 5, 4, 3, and 2, and 1. Now, because I have already a 1, a 2, a 3, a 4, and a 5, I can guarantee that this is actually a 6. It can only be a 6. So yeah, that's the cool thing about like having these cells, that can be repeated, because that means that this must be either a 7 or an 8, and this one as well, 7 or 8, because it can be a 9. So that's the only way to solve it, right? Now, in case you're not convinced of this, I can just show you. If I just write all the numbers, so I go all the way to 8, right? This one goes from 3 to 9, and this one as well from 3 to 9. This is how it should be. Like now, because I have already a 9, I can take away the 9, and therefore this can be an 8. And as I said before, because it's doubled, it can be either a 7. Otherwise, I would have to have an 8 and a 9, but the 9 is already can't be there, right? So I can exclude both 7 and 8 from this central column. And now, because in this column right here, I have a 1, 2, 3, 4, and a 5 repeated, I can take away all these numbers, and as you can see, the only solution is a 6. And therefore, because it's a 6, now these numbers must be higher than 6, so it can only be a 7 or an 8. And now this is very important because of the fact that I know that this is going to be a 7 or an 8, and this is going to be a 7 or an 8. I can also take away the 7 from here. This can't be a 7, this can be a 7 or 8, and this can't be a 7, because otherwise this wouldn't be satisfied. And now with all these changes, now I can see if I can modify something. So for example, the fact that I don't have any more a 7 here means that this one can be a 6, right? Because the highest is a 6 right here. And also here, because I have the highest that is a 6 right here, right? This one can be a 6, must be a 5. And this one can be either a 6 or a 5. All right, and that should be it. The changes just with the 7 and 8. And now because I also have a 6 here, I can remove the 6. Therefore, this can be a 5. 6 not here, so that means this can either be a 5. So this one can be a 4. And I think that should be it, right? Yeah, it should be everything, because 5, 4, yeah. Okay, cool. And now let's do the last one. There is actually another one right here. Now here I don't have any numbers, so it might be harder to spot, but I have a 2 and a 1, so that should help me, because it starts from 3 and goes all the way to, remember, it can be an 8, because otherwise you would have to have 2 9s. So that's why I know that it can be an 8. And this one starts from 4 and goes all the way to 9. 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8, 9. All right. 2 and a 1, I have already not counted them here, and that should be it, right? I think, yeah, I don't have anything else. Well, I could remove the 7 from this column because I have a 7. And here I don't have anything, so that should be it. And now I want you to pay attention to something. Remember, the numbers that you really want to focus on are the ones and the nines normally, so the extremes, because normally those numbers either you can't place a nine because it's like the highest number, so you can only place a 9, or you cannot place a 1 because it's the lowest. So see here I can't place a 1, not here, not also here, no, 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 and no. So in neither of these, see, in all this column I can't place a 9, so that means that this must be a 1 because the 1 can only go there. I can't place a 1 based on all the math, on all the logic I've done. I can't place the 1 in any other spot, so this must be a 1. And that's how normally you start then adding numbers and you solve the puzzle. And yeah, that should be it, I think. So I have two last ones. So I have this one. This one starts from 1 and goes all the way to 8, and this one starts from 2 and goes all the way to 9. I can remove a 5 and a 6 here. I can remove a 4 and a 7. And then that's it, right? Yeah. And then I got the last two. So this one, because I have already a 1, it's going to start from 2. I also have a 4. It's going to go up to 8 like this. So it starts from 3. It goes all the way to 9. All right. And that should be it, because I have also the 1 here, but it's already repeated. And yeah. And then the last one is going to be this one. Now this one, because I have already a 9, I can know that this one is going to be an 8 maximum. So that means that the highest number from this one is going to be a 7. Oops. Here we go, just like that. And again, because I have a 1, this can't be a 1. So that means that this one can't be a 2 either. All right. And I think that should be it, right? Yeah, 7, 8 should be done. And that's it. So once I do this, normally I just click this button, which it says fill empty cells, right? And it's gonna fill all the cells that I didn't place any numbers on top. Of course, it's gonna place all the numbers. Now, what I simply do, I just eliminate the numbers which are already repeated. So in this case, it's gonna be 7 in all this line right here. Oh, also that one couldn't be a 7 because it was repeated. So my bad. I can eliminate these numbers here. 7, 7, 7. Then on this line is gonna be a 4 and a 1. Oops, sorry, 4 and 1. So 4 and 1 not repeated. Here is gonna be a 1 not repeated. Here is gonna be a 6 and a 9. So from here I can remove 6 and 9. From this line I can't remove anything yet, even though like there are the vertical ones. This one a 1 and a 2. All right, this one is 5 and 6. 5, 6, 5, 6. Yeah. This one's gonna be a 4 and a 7. 4, 7, 4, 7. Yeah. And last is gonna be a 3 right here. 3, 3, and 3. Now let's take a look at the vertical lines. So again, I have a 1 here, so I can remove the 1. Okay, it's already there. I have a 7 also here in this line, so I can remove the 7 from here, here, and here. Here I have 4, 6, 7. So I could remove the 6, 4, 6, 7, 4, 6, 7, 4, 6, 7. And also here I can remove the 6 because I already placed it. I forgot to do it earlier. All right. Then again, I have already a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. So I can remove all these remaining numbers. It can only be like 7, 8, or 9, right? The last 3 cells in this column, right? It can only be those 3 numbers. Here also I have already a 1, so I can remove a 1 from there, from here, and that's it. And then here I have a 9, so I can remove a 9, 9, and that's it, right? Because I have already removed all the possible numbers. So this is like the maximum I can get. Now again, I have already a 7 and an 8 here. That means that here I can't have a 7 or 8. So I can also exclude those numbers. And as I said before, remember, always try to look for the numbers where you have doubles. So you can see that I have a 2, 3 and a 2, 3. Again, here repeated. So that means that here I can remove a 2 and a 3. also here, and also here. And now, having analyzed this, that means that now the lowest number in this cell can be a 5. So that means that here it can be a 5, right? It has to start from 6, and also here it can be a 3, a 4, or a 5. All right, so that should be it. And then on another one, also here, it can be a 3, a 4, or a 5. 5, 6, 7, 8. Yeah, that should be good enough. And also here, yeah, it can be a 4, a 5, or a 6. It can only be up to 7 because it starts from 6. And yeah, that should be it, right? I think I haven't messed anything up. Now, once again, in this line, I can already see that the only place where I can place a 9 is this one. See? I can't place a 9 in any other of these spots. So that's a guarantee 9. And therefore, I can remove now the 9s from all this column. And that means that here, this can be an 8 because the maximum number is an 8. All right. And I think that's it, right? I don't have anything else. 4. Yeah. Now the other numbers, so I have the 2 is this one right here. Well, I have already solved everything, and at the moment I can't really have something more that can help me, right? So I'm gonna just leave it there, and then I don't have any other numbers, right, of 2s. Yeah, I have an 8 and a 9 there, but again, I don't have anything else. So I have a 6, an 8, and a 9, and then I have a 7 here, 8, 9, 7, 8, 9. So that is not helpful. Now, when this happens, this is where you have to resort to either finding in a line or in a column a number that is not repeated. So normally I just check for ones. So for example, you see here, 1, 1, 1. So I already have 3 ones. So that means that I don't know yet where exactly it is. But then always check for ones and for nines. So 1, I have already 2, so that it's 9, 9. I also have 2, so that's it. I can know where to place the next ones. In this other line, because in this one I have already a 1 and a 9, a 2, I have 2 2s, 2 3s, and 8s also I have 8, 8, 8, so 3 8s, so I cannot know where they go yet. Here in this line I have a 9 there and more 9s, so that means that I cannot know where they go. And also 2s, I have a 2, 2, 2, so I have too many. In this other line, let's see the 1s, I can place a 1 here, or I can place a 1 here. So these are the only 2 spots where I could place a 1. But I have other numbers that could potentially be placed. So I don't have enough information yet to know guaranteed where that one might go. I already have the 9, and yeah, I don't have any other number which I could know where to place it. In this other line, I have a 1, 1 repeated already, and a 9 I have 1, 2, 3. So again, repeated. So let's go to the other one. I have already a 1. Let's see, 9. I have 1, 2, 3. Yeah, too many spots where I could place a 9. And also 3, right? I have 1, 2, yeah, 3 spots. So that's already not enough. And let's go to this other line. I have 1, 1, 1. Yeah, too many. And then let's see the 9s. I have 9, 9, 9. Yeah, too many. So 5, 6. And then, yeah, I don't have anything else. Let's go this other one. 1, 1, 1. Yeah, already too many. And then the 9s, I have 1 and 2. So again, I have two spots where I could place potentially 9s. And yeah, so that's just the idea. But I don't know yet which spot it is, right? And then let's see the last line. I have many 1s and also have many 9s. So it can be. So let's look at the columns now. 1, I could go here, here, and here. So again, it's not enough. I have already 9. Let's look at the 8s. 8, 8, 8. Yeah, it's already repeated. Let's go to this other line. Let's see the 9. I have 1, 2, 3. Yeah, too many. Let's look at the 2s. I have 1, 2 right there, and then that's it, because I already have the 1. So just look at the lowest number after the lowest that you have. So again, look at the 2s. The 2 can only go here. So that means that this one must be a 2. And now with this information, that means that this one must be a 1, because it's the only lowest number than 2. And therefore now I can remove all the 1s and the 2s from this line. So that means that this one is a 5. 1, 2. So I can also remove now the 5s. All right, I can remove the 1s, the 1 from here. So that means that this one can't be a 2 anymore. I can remove the 1 from here. So again, this can't be a 2. And I can remove the 1 from here. And again, the 2. I was the only two, right, already, so I don't need to remove anything. And again, this is important because it gives me some insight. Again, I have 5, 6, 7, so that's good. But then the lowest one, 4, see here, for example, this can't be a 4 because this one, the lowest number is a 4. So 6, so now the lowest number becomes a 6. So that means I can have either a 6 or a 7, only an 8 or a 9. All right. And then I think that's it. From the 1s and the 2s, at least that gave me some insight. I don't know yet the rest. 3 here. Yeah, this one is already corrected. We also corrected this one. So now I got some more numbers. So I have an 8 and a 9 just here, right? So, but I don't have an 8 and a 9 single, either in the line or in the column yet. So I can't do anything for the moment, right there. And I think also 2, 3 here. Yeah, also this one can be a 3 because the lowest one is a 3, so that must be a 4 or a 5. And that's it, right? 8, 4. So I also have a 3 and a 4 here, and a 4 and a 5, but I don't have any other single numbers, so I don't know yet how to use them, but they're probably gonna be useful later on. And I think that's it. I can't really use anything more from these two numbers I was able to add. And also, oh yeah, this 5. So I can remove 5, 5, 5, and 5 from all these lines. And again, it doesn't really help me that much, other than just removing some potential numbers. And that's it. All right, so let's go to another column. So let's keep moving. Let's see the 3. I can place a 3 here, and that's it. See, I can place a 3 in any spot in this column. So again, this column is giving me a lot of information. So that's the 3. So I can remove now the 3 from all this line. And 2, 5, 6. Yeah, it still doesn't change anything here. And now here, yeah, it was already not repeated. So let's take a look at the 4. Yeah, the 4 instead is repeated many times, so I can know for sure where the 4 goes. The 6 also, the 7 also, yeah, 8 and the 9. Okay, so that's it for this column for the moment. Let's take a look at this other one. Let's see the 1. Yeah, I have 3 1s. Let's look at the 9. I have 1, 2, again, more 9s. So that should be it. Let's take a look at this other one. 1, 1. Yeah, I have multiple 1s. 9, 9, 9, 9. Yeah, again, multiple 9s. So again, it's not really helpful. Yeah, sometimes you have like some middle numbers that are not there. Like for example, 5, a 6, or a 7. But in this case, it shouldn't be. Yeah, all the numbers are repeated at least once. So you have 2 numbers each time. Let's take a look at this column right here. I have a 1, 1, 9, 9, 9. Because I already have 4, 5, 6, and 7. Yeah, 4, 5, 6, and 7. Actually, because I have the 7 here, this must be an 8. So it's something that I didn't see before, but I could have done it right away. So this must be a 7. So yeah, my bad. I guess sometimes like the most obvious numbers are the ones that you don't see. So I can now remove all the 7s here. And now, does that give me anything at all? 5, 8. Always look at the at these ones, right? Yeah, see here, because the 8, 9. No. Yeah, it's true. It can still work. 4, 2, 1. So I think that's it. I cannot really. I mean, I got the 8 and the 7, but I already knew that the 8 and the 7 had to be there. So it doesn't really help me in anything in the line. It's just for the vertical stuff. 3, because here an 8. 5, 9. Yeah, should be good enough. Okay, let's try to look at some other columns. Yeah, this one again, I don't know. 1. So let's take a look at the 2. 2, 2, 2. Yeah, repeated too many times. Let's take a look at the 9s. 9, 9. again, repeat it many times. 5. Okay, yeah. 2, 2, yeah. Okay, so let's move to this other one. Let's see, take a look at the 1. I can place only the 1 here. See, I cannot place a 1 in any other spot, so this must be a 1. So I can now delete the 1 from all this row. And now let's take a look at the 2. I can place a 2 here or here. Okay, that's interesting. 2. 2. Then here I could place a 3, and also here I could place a 3. Yeah, I think I can use that one later on. This combination. I'm gonna just show you what I normally do when I have this. And then let's take a look at the 8. I have an 8 here, 8, 8. Yeah, I have many 8s. 7, 6. It's repeated. 5 is also repeated. 4. Yeah. And 3 already. Watch it. Okay. So and let's take a look now at this last column. So at 1, I can place a 1 here, here, or here. So it's already many times. Let's take a look at the 9. I can place a 9 here, here, here. Again, many 9s. 2, 3. I don't have any other 2 3s, which I can use these 2 numbers to. And yeah, that should be it. Now, once you do this, now you can see that in all this process, I was able to add these 3 numbers, right? The 5 here, the 8, the 7, a 1, I think a 1 here, and a 1 there. And because of all this, now I have to look again, because it could happen that now because of these numbers I was able to delete, I can see, for example, a 1 or a 2 that now I can place, right? But that before I couldn't, because I had 2 1s. For example, now there might be only a 1 1. And again, that could be useful to keep placing more numbers. So normally that's what I do. For example, 1 can still go in one of these 2 spots, right? And that's it. 8, 9. But again, here I have this 6, which doesn't really help me. If there wouldn't be a 6 here, I could just delete, see, 8, 9, 8, 9. I could delete the 8 and the 9s from all these other rows. But because I have the 6, I can't do that yet. So again, the 1, let's see, this 8, yeah. Again, I can't do anything there. The 2s, the 9s, yeah, I can't do anything there. Yeah, also here, I can't do anything. A 1's here or here. Nope. 1 and 2, let's see, is 3. Yeah, repeated. And also the 9s are repeated. The 2s repeated. And the 9s are also repeated. All right. Oh yeah, look at this. I'm gonna just show you something cool. Now, let's suppose, because in this game you can always go back, I'm gonna show you something. So let's suppose, like for the sake of it, that this number is a 5. Let's just suppose it, right? This means that this one can only be a 6, this one can only be a 7, this one can only be an 8, this one can only be a 9, right? Now, because of this 5 and 6, that means that this number here can only be a 2. And therefore that means that this one can only be a 3, 4, 5. And oh no, wait, I messed up. I messed up because of the fact that then, yeah, it still works. Yeah, it still works. Yeah, nothing. I just messed up. I thought that there would be a number that would be repeating, and therefore that it couldn't really give me something. But sometimes you can just try to force, right? What happens if I force a combination, and what happens in the other side? But in this case, yeah, I mean, I didn't see that I could still place the 1 and the 8 somehow, and I wouldn't repeat the numbers. Now what I can do though is seeing this line right here, I can place the 8 and the 9 here or here, and that's it. Like they're not repeated in other parts. So that means that I can delete all these other numbers, because here it can only go an 8 and a 9, because those are the only 2 spots in this line where I can place those 2 numbers. So again, that's something useful that you can do when you can see the two numbers are repeated only in two cells and not in other cells. For example, let's take a look at I don't know, this line right here. See that the 8 and 9, 8 and 9, 8 and 9. So I have multiple 8 and 9s, and therefore I can know for sure where they must be placed. But because here I have only 2, then I can know for sure that they have to be placed in that spot. So yeah, my bad. I just calculated wrong. Okay, so I did the lines and I didn't have any number repeated, right? I didn't find any number repeated. So let's take a look at the columns. So the 2s, 3, 4. Yeah, still not enough. In the 8s as well, I have many 8s. So let's take a look at this line. 4, I have many 4s. 9s, again, many 9s. So nothing. 1, well, in this case, look at this column right here. I can only place a 1 here. I cannot place a 1 in any other spot. So that means that this must be a 1. Oops. Yeah, deleting. Just the 1 from there. All right. Let's take a look at the 2s. I can place a 2 here or a 2 there. So again, I don't have assurance. And then 9, I can place a 9 here or here or here. So I can know for sure where to place a 9, but that's fine, right? So I place another number. So that means that here, see in this column, because I don't have the 1 anymore right there, I can know that the 1 can only go here. See in this column, that's the only spot where I can place a 1. So I can delete the 1 from this side now. And that's it. Goes 2, 3, 2, 3, 9, 9. Yeah, I don't have anything else. And okay, then let's take a look. This line again, nothing there. This one, let's see the 2s, 2, 2. Yeah, 2, just a bit too many times. 9 as well. Again, I have two 8 and 9s, which are super useful here, but again, I don't have other ones which I can use in my favor. Let's take a look at the 2s here. 2 and 2, once again, the same ones as before. So yeah, that's not really helpful. And the 3s, I can place a 3 here or a 3 there. So again, not useful. 8, 8. Okay, let's take a look at this last column. I think the 1, I already saw it repeated. And the 9 is here, here, or here. So again, not helpful. So I could place 2 more numbers, right? A 1 there and a 1 here. Now I wonder if this now allows me to place a 1 somewhere more, because I still have a 1 here that I don't know where it is, like in this line, and then in this line, and that's it. See, these are the only 2 ones that I still need to place. And because these ones again are the same column, and also this one the same column, it's an X. See, it's like an X. These are the 4 spots where the ones could go. So if 1 is right here, that means that the other one is going to be here. If 1 is right here, it's going to be like that, right? It's either in an X shape. So yeah, that doesn't really help me. If they would be like not in a line, then maybe I could place all of them, but I can't. So and also the 9s, not really helpful for the moment. All right, so when this happens, this is where you want to start looking for the triplets. So you want to start looking for these triplets, or these triplet numbers. So see if once again there are some numbers that can only be placed in certain spots, and therefore you can just guarantee that a certain number can only be placed in one particular spot. So triplets. I have a triplet here, 2, 3, 4, but again, I have more numbers in another side, also here, so that doesn't really help me. And also here, I have many different ones. 2, 3. I have a 3, 4, 5 here. Again, 3, 4, 5 repeated, 3, 4, 5 repeated with other numbers. Again, not useful. 4, 5, 6 here. Again, I have 4, 5, 4, 5, 6 here, a 6 there. So again, not useful. 2, 3, 9. Again, just repeated in different spots. 5, 6, 7. 8. Nope. So um let's see. I think I've done everything regarding the math of um the calculation. So like all these other spots, like I can know for sure based just on math where the where I could be placing, right? So I think I can't go that road. Um let's see, 4, 5. I have at least 3, 4, 4, 5. I think they can be super useful because of the fact that, like, if you just imagine that this one is a 3, right? This one is a 4. Um yeah, but I don't have the 5. So I mean, this one, oh no, wait, it's a 4. This one is a 5. If this one is a 4 or a 5, that means this one can only be a 2 or a 3. So this one becomes only a 1 or a 2. But again, it's not really helping me in any way. Also, if this one is a 4, again, doesn't really give me anything in the line. If I could somehow know that this can't be a 2, it could be useful, right? Because that means that I can remove the 3 and the 4 here, because it can only be 7 and 8. So that could be useful. Again, I don't know yet. 1. And yeah, normally when I reach this stage, like, and I don't find a clear way to solve it, or a clear way to know for sure, okay, this number must be here, that's when I start using the forcing lines. And then I see what happens, like, down the road. I know that they always say that you should never, like, guess. You should always have one number that is guaranteed that be in a certain spot. But for me, like, at least doing this 9 puzzles, I always find myself at a certain stage like stuck, in the sense that I cannot really remove any other numbers using like logic. So yeah, it just it's just like, for me, rather than like losing time trying to always take a look at the same numbers, trying to see if somehow you can make it work, you can just go for something, and then if it doesn't work, then you go back. So in that way, you don't mess up anything. So I want to go back to the road I was doing actually before, because I think this one is pretty forced. Like, if this one is a 5, all these numbers must follow, like they have to be like this. So so this one, like, it's an 8. This one must be a 2, and this one must be a 1. So now that I have that information, that means that this one is going to be the other one. And now that I have this info, right? Let's see if by clearing up other stuff, I can solve. Or if I see that some numbers are repeated, like somehow what this allows you to see if that some numbers are repeated, and therefore it can't be. See here, this can be a 7. And yeah, just forcing the line. This also can be a 9. This can be a 9, so this can be an 8. This can be a 9 or an 8. Yeah, I have both 8 and 9 here in this column, so my bad. This must be a 6 then. This has to be a 5. So 5 and 6 also removed. And yeah, sometimes you go down the road and then you see that, oh, there is an issue, or like you have a number repeated, so that means that you have messed up. Again, here 5 means that this must be a 6, so this must be a 7, this must be a 9, and so this can't be a 6 anymore. So 7 and 9. It still works. No, this one can be a 2 now. So 3, 4, 3, 4. That means that this one must be a 5. And this one can be either a 3 or a 4 or a 5. So this must be a 2. So this can be a 2. Okay. oh yeah, it doesn't work because of the fact that if this is not, if this is a 2, see here that this is forced. This is forced to be a 2 because of the fact that I have the 3 and the 4 that must be here and here, and I have already the 5. So that means that the only number that this can be is a 6, is a 2, but I can't place a 1 here. So that means that this, all these things I have done now, it can't work. It can't work. So if I go back to the beginning, this one can't be a 5. This first number that I placed right at the beginning, right? It can't be a 5. But that doesn't mean that this one can be a 2, can be a 6. Actually, I'm pretty sure that then this one can either be a has to be a 1. Right? Because before the problem was that the 1 was here, so this couldn't be a 1, so this couldn't be a 3. But then if this one is a 4, 5, and this one can be a 3, it's an issue. So so yeah, I think that somehow I might be able to know that this one must be a 1. So let's, yeah, but even if I place a 1 here, it doesn't really get me anything. Well, I mean, it's gonna say to me that this one is a 2. It's also 1, sorry. So yeah, let's try to go for this road. So I know that this can be a 5 now. So I can know that because it doesn't work. So let's suppose that this is a 1 now. So this one can be a 1. So this is the 1. And now what does that give me though? Not much. So if I cannot really progress any further, even if I suppose like a certain number, then it's not really helpful because I don't know if this is a correct one, right? If it's a correct position. So yeah, let's just ignore that. Now if I go, oh yeah, I know, this can't be a 4. Because if this is a 4, look what happens. If this is a 4, this must be a 5, and therefore this cell is without any possible numbers. So yeah, this can't be a 4 either. So that's the only thing I can know for sure. Because if this is a 5, then this must be a 4 and this must be a 3. Or if this is a 4, this is a 5 and this is a 3. If this is a 3, then this is a 4 and this is a 5. And if this is a 2, then yeah, it doesn't give me anything on this left, but I can know that this is going to be the 1. So 2, 1. So again, I can know that this can be that can be a 4. And again, I'm trying to see using these 8 and 9s. Normally 8 and 9s are pretty useful. Yeah, if I suppose again that this is a 6, 7, a 6, 7, 8, 9, this must be an 8. But now the problem is that I don't have the 5, right? So this could be a 2 or a 5. This could be also a 1, a 2, or a 5. This could be a 1 and a 2. So again, that doesn't really give me that much other than having an 8 here removed. And also here. But again, 6, 7. So that means that this can be a 7. So this gives me some more insight. But again, it's not really something that's going to allow me to know 100% where a number is placed. But again, the 8 here is useless. Even if I remove the 8 here and the 8 here, again, it doesn't really give me that much. And well, the 6 and the 7 here. 6, 7, again, it could be 8. 6, 7, 6, or 5. So this can be a 5. Well, that could be useful. right? Because I have a 3 and a 4 now also in this line. 4, 5. Well, that means that now the 2 is guaranteed to be here. So that has to be a 2. And this has to be a 3. So yeah, it could be helpful. So I'm gonna continue with this line of thinking. So this must be a 2 then. It can only be a 2. So this doesn't work anymore. This doesn't work anymore. So this also doesn't work anymore. Yeah, but this doesn't work, see? Because I have a 2 and a 3. So this can be. So this can be a 3 also. Okay, so let's go back to the supposition here where I start from the 6, right? See, so again, this therefore can be a 6 either, but also I can know for sure that this can be a 3, because if it's a 3, this must be a 2. And again, this spot, this here, remains with no numbers. So this can be a 3. So that's what I know for sure. And that means that the 3 must go here, right? Yeah, this was the only other spot. 3. And therefore, that means that the 2 must go here. So yeah, now these numbers, I know these are correct. I'm not supposing anymore. So this must be a 1 now, and therefore the 1 must go there. So yeah, those ones that I placed before were actually true, were correct. 1, 2, and 3. All right, that's useful. So let's try to start removing the numbers here. The 3s, then let's remove the 1 and the 2. The 2. Okay, so this is useful again because this can be a 3 or a 4 either. Can only be a 7 or an 8. 8, 9, 8, 9. Yeah, this could be anything, a 4, 6, or a 7. So again, it doesn't really give me that much. Is there anything else? Or this can be an 1. But I already know that. I place all the 1s. And I think that's it, right? Oh, also this one. This one also can be a 3. Because if it is a 3, again, this must be a 2. And I have no more cells. No more numbers for this cell. So that can be a 3 either. And therefore this can be a 4. Okay, should be able to do something here. 9, 8. I have many 8s. 7, 6, 4. 8, 9. Can I do something more here? 4, 8. I think I can't really, because I've placed everything. Like I should check if I can place some 2s or some 3s somewhere. Now that I have placed a bunch of them around. Just quickly looking for, but I don't think I can. I have a 2, 9 as well there. 2, 3, 3, 9. Yeah, but again, because these numbers are always repeated, if here I would have either a 2, 9 or a 3, 9, then I could know, okay, yeah, the other one must be the remaining number because it's all repeated. I don't know for sure. 2, 2. Yeah. Yeah, in this particular game, the 9s are not really helping that much. Normally 9s are super useful because like you can literally force them onto something, and you realize right away if they work or not. But in this case, not really helping me. 4 as well here. Yeah. Let's take a look at the line. Yeah, I already look at the lines. I don't have anything in the lines. Uh, the only thing I have is again to try to guess some of these numbers, like the most forced combinations, and try to see if that actually ends up like working or not. Or if they just are not. For example, let me see here. If this is a 6, this must be a 5. I want to really remove the 6 so in that way I have the other 8, 9 and I can use them as a combo. So if this is a 6, this must be a 5. So let's try to go for that road. Therefore, this means that this must be a 4, this must be a 3, this must be a 2. And with all this, oh no, oops. 5 and 6, I can remove them from here, from here. I can also remove the 4. 7, 8, 9, 7, 8, 9, okay. 3, 4 also remove from here and from here. So it's just 2, 5. Again here, 2, 3 removed, 2 removed, 3 removed. That's it, right? Again, what does that give me? So this can be a 2 again, because it's repeated. Repeated, repeated, repeated. 5. So again, this can be a 5. This can be a 5. Okay, yeah, it's giving me some useful information because then 6, 8, 6, 8, see? These two numbers are the same. So that means that this can be an 8. This has to be a 9. So I can remove all the 8s and the 6 and the 9s now because I have the 9. And this doesn't work, see? Because otherwise, like I would have, this can be a 6, this can be an 8 because it's either here or here, and then this can be a 9 because I already placed it. So I have no spots. So that means that all these things that I've done, supposing this 6 right here, it's false. So this can be a 6. And therefore, this now allows me to know that because of the 8 and the 9, so I can remove the 9 from here, the 8 from here, the 8 and 9 from here. And okay, what does that mean? Is it really useful to know that there isn't a 6 here? Yeah, not really. Not really, not that much at least. Okay, yeah. It's not really giving me anything. I think I can do something here because I have many numbers. So I have this line, where I have many of the same numbers. I can try to see if I force a line, if it actually ends up working or not. Because again, I haven't really gained anything by knowing that there is an 8 and a 9 there. Again, doesn't really give me anything, any additional info about this line, this column. So yeah, just thinking about it, like it's not gonna really get me anywhere. So let's suppose this is an 8 and this is a 9. So that means this is an 8, and especially this means that this is a 6. That means that this has to be a 5, and therefore I can remove the 5 from here and from here, and 5, 6, right? And 8, 9 as well. I can remove all these numbers, 5, 6, and 8, 9. Again, 9, 8. So that means that this can be an 8. This can be an 8. This can be an 8. This also, and here also. And then is that it? Don't they really gain anything? Any more info? 7, 9, 6, 7. Oh no, wait. 6, 7, 6, 7. Yeah, this can be. So because this is the minimum number, so that means that this has to be a 6, right? It has to be a 6, this has to be a 7. Otherwise it doesn't work. So 9, So again, 6, 7. So that means that this has to be an 8. And then let me see, because this can't be a 7 anymore. That means that this can be a 6. And again, I can remove just 7 and 9 from all this column. So 4, 4, 6, 6. Yeah, still working here. Okay, nothing repeated. 9, 9. Let's remove the 9s. 8, I have already removed it. 8 also here, doesn't go. 8 also. So this can be a 7. So yeah, I always prefer like to try, right, rather than just trying to think too much, and then eventually like not having enough pieces. Again, because this is a 9, this has to be a 2. This has to be a 2. So I can remove again the 2 from all these sides. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 again. I can remove the 6s. Something that I'm missing. Yeah, this has to be a 3. So this has to be a 9. Okay, so far I haven't found any duplicates, so it might be correct. The guess might be correct, because again, this can be a 3, so this can be a 4 now. 8, 9, 8, 9. Yeah, 2, 2, 4, 2, 4. I have them repeated in 2 spots. Am I missing something? 8. Maybe some numbers that I forgot to cancel by writing them down. Nope. Here, no, no, no. 4, 6. Yeah, that should be it. I don't know if I can place anything more. So maybe some 9, some guaranteed, like some forced 9 in a column or in a line, because I have a 9 here, 9 here. So in this line I can know, because again I have 2 spots that could potentially be 9, 9, 9. Again, here I have 3 spots, so no. 9. Here I have 2, and again I have a 9, and again I have 2 spots there. In a vertical line, again, many 9s there, many 9s here, 9. Again, here 2 spots, 9, 9, and then again here, yeah, 2 spots. Also the 2s here are repeated. Yeah, I think I need to solve like the numbers here. If I solve the numbers here, I think I'm gonna just be able to make it. But I'm still guessing. Like, this is a guess from trying to go for the 8, 9 here, which I'm not sure if this is correct. This is just supposing. So I'm just supposing if it could be like 8 and 9. So if this would be forced, what happens to the overall game? So far, so I haven't seen anything that doesn't really work, or that makes like some numbers to disappear or to not exist anymore. 4, 5, yeah. I have many lines where I don't have any high numbers. So see here, like I don't have any 7, 8, or 9. Here, 7, 8, or 9, 7, 8, or 9. So I can cross check. Have I deleted really everything? Don't have anything left to do. Oh, yeah. Oh, no, okay, I'm wrong. If this wouldn't be a 6. Um, yeah, I can't know for sure if this 9 and 8 idea was correct. I just wanted to force to see if I could find like an immediate problem or some number like immediately repeating, therefore allowing me to see, okay, that's wrong. That can be like that. 4, 5, 6, 4, 6, 7. Yeah. Again, sevens could be in these two spots, but it doesn't really give me any information. Yeah, and all the other numbers are correct. Like I haven't really misplaced them. 8, 9 here, 5, 6, 5, 6. Yeah, 7, 8. Again, 7, 8, 7, 8. This 2, 3, 3, 2. Yeah, it's very sad. It's very sad. I might have to go back. I might have to go back because if I can't find something that allows me to continue in this line to see if these are correct, then I might just have to do another guess, and then that's just gonna be too many guesses, at once. So yeah, that doesn't work. Mm, yeah, but I can't see anything here. I can't really see anything to progress through. Are there any comments here? Maybe I'm losing something. Y and some other player has put in the chat. So hi, welcome. So sorry, I don't have the chat in the front, so that's why I might have missed your comments if you commented a long time ago. But I think I don't have anything here. Like I'm pretty sure I can't really do anything with these numbers in this way. Because like even if I yeah, I can't. Even if I assume this is a 6, right? So this must be a 7. Still, I have many different combos that I can use. Oh, wait. I forgot. So 9, 9, 9. I forgot to cancel the 9s in this line. Does that really change anything? No. Okay. Well, I forgot to cancel the 9s that were here, but again, that doesn't really solve anything. Because if this is a 6, then this is a 7, 8. And that's it, right? 6, 7, 8. It must be like that. And therefore, again, doesn't give me anything more. 9, 9, 9. So even canceling this 9 from there is already cancelled. Yeah. Yeah, I don't know. I might have to go back. Because I don't know if this 8 and 9's idea was correct. So because I don't know that, then I can't keep going into this. I mean, it's good. I haven't found any problems yet, right? That's pretty good. But again, it doesn't really help me in anything. Because if I do another guess, it might fail because of the first guess. So I might think this is only because of the second guess, but then I might keep failing because of that first guess. So yeah, I'm gonna just go back. So yeah, this is harder than I thought. Like I've solved some other 99 puzzles, and unfortunately, like I have been able to see a bit better, no. But I really think I need to start guessing something in this area. Like I don't have any numbers in this area, and I think that's really hurting me. Like my chances of like actually knowing what's going on. So yeah, I have to, because I don't have any numbers that are repeated. Like I don't have any duplets, right? So like I have 2, 3 here, 2, 3. Okay, that's fine. Then that's it. Like I don't have anything more. Um, and so yeah. So let me see if I can somehow get another guess. So let's go for a 4 here. If this is a 4, like if suppose this is a 5. So 5, well, that doesn't really give me much. Right? Other than this one has to be a 3. So this has to be a 9. So this can be a 4, 4, 3, 4, 3, 4. So that means that this can be a 5 either. And also 9, I cancel the 9 here. 56, 56, 56, yeah. Again, this must be a 2, this must be a 3 then. So if this is not a 2 anymore, what does it give me? Not really much in this line. This 3, yeah, this 3 is actually a little bit more useful, right? Because it means that this can be a 4 and this can be a 5. Again, 3, 3. So 5, 6 and 4, 5. But again, I don't have any other duplets like that. So in either the line or the column. So again, it's a useless information. Yeah, that can be a 2. So 4, 3, 4, 3, 9. Again, I think I've solved everything that could. Is that really giving me some info? Not really. Not much. I thought it would give me something more. Well, actually, this is a 5. But again, it's not really. Because the numbers are still repeated. So again, if that can be a 5, that means that this can be a 6. So maybe something here. Yeah, for example, the 5 can only go there. So again, this can be a 5. This can be a 5. But that's it. 2, 2 are repeated. 3 are repeated. The 4s are repeated. The 8s and the 9s are repeated. So again, not useful. 5. Again, I can remove the 5s, also the 4 here. Again, 6, 7, and 8, 9, but I don't have any other duplets. So again, useless for the moment. 7, 8, 7, 8, but that's a 7. So this 7, unfortunately, just screws me up. Because if we have only, like, the 7 and the 8s can only be placed here and here, then I know that they can't be placed in any other spot. But because I have the 7, then it could be that this is an 8 and this is a 6. So, yeah, it's just, I can't really go sure. Again, this can be a 7 though, because it's just 7 and 8. So it's a 9, 8 and 9, 8 and 9. Here we go, finally a duplet. So that means that this can be an 8 and a 9. Also this one, this can't be, and this can be an 8. So this has to be a 7. Okay, so maybe now I have something here. 8, if this can be an 8, that means that this can be a 7. And then that's it. Then some other things from the 6 and 7 is 8 that I placed. This can be an 8 as well. 7, this can be a 7, this can be a 7, this can be a 6. 2, 3, 4. Yeah. 7, 7. Again, 8, 9, but I don't have any other 8, 9s here to play with. 2 are repeated, the 4 repeated, the 5 are repeated, the 6 also is repeated. 6, 7 as well here. 6, 7, but then 6, the 7 right there. 4 is repeated, 5 is repeated. Yeah, all the numbers are repeated. Oh, the 2 and the 3s. Yeah, here. 2, 3. See? 2, 3 and 2, 3 and only here. So that means that this can be a 4 and this can be a 4. Because otherwise, I don't have any other spots to place the 2s or the 3s. So that is that useful though? 2, 3. Does that really give me anything? No. Because still 4 could be in these two spots. Maybe down here it gives me something more. No, not really. Because 2 is repeated. All the numbers are repeated at least once. Oh, this can be a 7 also because I have the 7 here. Again, not useful. Well, I know that this now can be a 6. But doesn't really help me that much. Yeah, I need some 9s and some 8s. Like I don't have enough 9s and 8s, so I have too many spots where I can have very high numbers, and therefore like I can have many numbers below them, right? So yeah, that's a problem. 7, 2, yeah. Is there a spot where I can place something? Some number that's not repeated in any other cell? I don't see one. Yeah, all the numbers are repeated here. Uh, yeah. Yep. I don't really have, I don't have anything. Again. So even supposing a number, like placing tons of numbers, even in this area, still doesn't really give me an insight about how to progress through. That's very weird. Like normally you do have an insight and you do have something that just allows you to see plainly what to do, how to progress. But in this case, like it's very, because again the 4, see here, the 4 is repeated in these two spots, the 5 is repeated here and here, uh the 6 is repeated in all 4 spots, and the 7 here, here, and here. So I can know for sure where the 4 goes. And again, I don't have anything to kind of force me, because again, this could be a 3 or a 4. It's not like just forcing me to place one number. Yeah, again, this guess hasn't really brought me to anything. Yeah, normally the columns are the hardest part to see, at least for me. Normally it's harder for me to check out at the columns rather than checking the lines. The lines sometimes are easier. Again, here I don't see anything as well in the columns. Again, the 2 here, I could place it here or here. So I don't know for sure yet where to place it. The 3, again, I could place it here or here. So I don't have any number, I think, anywhere in the screen where I know for sure that that number has to go, in that particular spot. Unless like I'm somehow blind or I can't see clearly. I don't see anything. Not even after guessing. So yeah. This is pretty bad. But it is what it is. I have also many lines or columns where I have very little numbers. Like, for example, this line here, I have only 2 numbers. This one here, I have only 3 numbers. Again, also here, 3 numbers. Here, 2 numbers. Here, again, 1 number. So I have many blind spots where I can like cross-check. So yeah, that's sad. And it was all from guessing these 4, right? So let me go back again because I'm just stuck. can go forward, so it's better to just go back. And let's see, let's try to solve some easy numbers, right? Rather than having these guesses where like I have multiple numbers that could work, let's just go for, I don't know, something that could really help me to place many numbers. Let's try to go for an 8 here. So if this doesn't work, that means that here has to be a 9. Now if this is an 8, this has to be a 6, and therefore this has to be a 4. Right, so this has to be a 9, 4, 6. I can remove the 4 6s here. All right, I can remove the 8, the 6, 8, 6. So this has to be a 9 as well. I can remove the 6 and the 8. So this also has to be a 5. And therefore I can remove the 5 and the 6. And the 9 from here. And the 5 from here. All right, that should be it, right? Okay, then I can remove the 4 from this area, and from here, and this line. And that doesn't really give me anything on this side, other than this can't be a 5 anymore. But then that's it, right? So can I progress any further by having guessed this 8 right there? 6. This is a 4. So I'm trying to see here if this actually helped me somehow. Because if it didn't, then I'm gonna just have another guess in another part of the map. Again, 5, 6. 5 though here. If this wouldn't be a 5, like if it could be like this, I could have 5, 6 and 5, 6. So I could cancel like all these 2, 3, 4 right here. Yeah, I could do something, but I can't because there is a 5 there. So it could be a 5 and a 6, and therefore this could be something else than a 5 or a 6. Yeah, it doesn't really give me that much insight. Like I'm still stuck. I'm stuck because I've solved something here, but again, the numbers I've been able to remove from this side and from this side doesn't really give me that much else on anywhere else in the map. Oh wait, I mean I can, yeah, I could remove the 5. This can be a 6. So yeah, my bad. I forgot to remove the 5 from this line. So this can be a 7 as well. And therefore this means that nothing, because again, I don't have nothing to combo it with. And 8, 9, 8, 9, 8, 9. It could be in many different spots. And even if I suppose again an 8 here and 9 here, this could be a 7. So not useful. And then something regarding the 2s or the 8s somewhere. 4, 5. Yes, all repeated. Everything is repeated. Yeah, and now I know that I don't have anything left because I placed already the 5. I mean, not really, because then I forgot that I also placed a 9 there, so I had to remove all the 9s in this row. And therefore this has to be an 8. This has to be a 7. So yeah, my bad. Sometimes I just can't see. 3. And therefore this is a 9. So again, this can be a 3, but that doesn't really give me anything. This can be a 3. This can be a 3. 2 as well. 2, 2, 2, 2 out, or 8 also out. So this has to be a 7 now. Now, the fact that this can't be an 8 anymore, does it really change anything? No. Not really. Rather than having this 7, 9. Oh, actually, because I have the 7 there, this is a 6. And this is a 9. Oops, sorry. Oh, yeah, that should be a 9. But again, it's repeated. So I know that this is wrong. And therefore, that this number down here is not an 8, but a 9. Yeah, finally. So this is a number now that I know it's correct. This has to be a 9. Because if it is an 8, then it's going to end up in this inconsistency where two numbers are repeated. All right, here we go. So this has to be an 8 now. And I can know for sure that this is the case. So if that's it, that means that this can be a 7. All right. So 8, I've deleted all the 8s, right? Yeah. 9, I gotta delete the 9 in all this line. But if this is an 8, this can be an 8. All right. So I have 5, 6 now. So I can delete the 5, 6 from here. And I can delete this 6 from there. So that's a 7. So that means that's an 8. All right, here we go. Yeah, now I'm speeding up. Unfortunately, like until you solve this, you solve that part where like you are stuck when you don't really have much to do. Unless you solve that, then it's kind of hard, and then it becomes easier. It's a 9. So again, I can remove 7 and 9 from here. 7 and 9, 7, 7. And again, this can't be now a 6, right? Okay. Then again here, this can be a 9. This has to be a 2. Has to be 9 or 2. Or 2 or 2. So this has to be a 3. So I can remove the 3's from these rows. So this has to be a 9 now. And 3, 4. Okay, do I have anything left to remove? 3, 5, 8, 9. Yeah, should be able to now go faster. 6, 7. Okay, this is good. 6, 7. This is 6. Okay, that's correct. Again, I have a 6, 8 here. See? 6, 8, 6, 8. So that means that this has to be a 5. This can be a 6. And therefore, this can be either a 5 or a 6. This can be a 5 or a 6. This can be 8. All right, here we go. Good. So this means that this has to be a 6 now because the 5 is right there. Therefore, this can be 6, 6 either. Okay, the 5 already removed it. Yeah, should be doable now. I'm still missing some numbers, but probably just by looking at so many numbers, now my brain is kind of stuck. Okay, I have removed all the numbers here, right? Yeah, I'm still looking at the horizontal lines, but I also have the vertical lines I have to look at. So I have an 8, 9 here, 4, 5. Yeah, 4, 5, 5, 5. Yeah, again, it's repeated. 7, 8. Can repeat it. This is useless. Not good information. Also here. Seriously, I can't know where a 9 is yet. 1, 2, and 3. These 3 spots. And again, this one. 9. 2 4 6 8 6 8. Yeah, I know that that's guaranteed. So 2 3 4 2 3 4 2 2 4 4 5 6 7 7. Yeah. I'm still stuck. I have a ton of possible numbers I could place here and here. So these two. Again, 9 9. Okay, but at least I know that all the numbers I placed now must be correct. Like this 9 had to be placed there. It was wrong otherwise. So I can do another guess now. And I guess with this next guess, I might just be able to solve it. Like if I end up seeing that doesn't work, I just need to pick the correct number to guess between two choices. Actually, see, this is interesting. See, 2 3 4 2 3 4 2 3 4. So that means that this, the 2, the 3, and the 4s must go in one of these sides. So that means I can delete the 2 and the 3 and the 4 here, and the 4 from here. So yeah. So that gives me something more to use. Right? Not yet, because still I can place the 9s in two different spots. And the 2 3s also in two spots. But now the 2 3s I can only place here and here. So that means that this can't be a 4 or a 5. And therefore I have the other 2 3. Yeah, here we go, finally. So this should just unlock it now. This can be a 4 now. This can be a 4. So this can be a 5. Yeah, this has to unlock it, because then 2 right in this column, 2 4. So that means that this is a 3. So this is not a 3 anymore. Not this one. Okay, 2. And then let's see here where I was removing some numbers. Yeah, from this side, I think should be able to do something. Six, 6. Yeah, 6 can be placed in these two spots though. 2 3 4 4. Again, two spots. The 5, two spots. The 6, 8. Yeah. Seriously, I can still complete it. Like I must be missing something super easy to spot that at the moment I'm like missing, but there has to be something here. There just has to be. Like it's not possible that I'm still stuck having placed so many numbers. I still can place the 9. I can know the 9 in this column and in this column. I can know where the 9 goes, and also here. That's weird. So weird. I can know the. Let me see here. This is 6. Yeah, 7 8. 6 7 8. So it still works. Oh man, I can't believe I'm still stuck. Cannot really believe. Yeah, I have many numbers repeated. Still repeated. Again, a 2 4 here, which I can't really use in any way. Did I forgot to like remove a number that I've already placed? 5 6 1 6. No. I've removed all the numbers. 8 9. 2, 3, 6, 9, 1. Oh man. So yeah, I am just losing kind of focus here. So let's just suppose this is a 4 again. So in that way, I'm forced to go to the 3. This has to be a 3. Oh no, let's do something else. I think it's easier if I just force the 3 here. Let's suppose this is a 3, right? Why not? This is a 2. This must be a 3. This has to be a 4, 5. So again, this can be a 4 or a 5. This can be a 4. This can't be a 4. This can be a 3 or a 4. 5 here removed. And therefore this has to be a 2. This has to be a 3. Has to be a 2. This has to be a 4. This has to be a 6. Therefore this is a 5. And therefore the last remaining is a 3, right? Yeah. And then this means that this is a 4. Yeah, this has to be a 4 though, because the 2 is already there. So that means that my guess here of that 3 is wrong. So this is not a 3, but that's a 2. Yeah, here we go. So this is a 2. And now I know that this has to be a 2. Otherwise it doesn't work. So 3, 2. This therefore is a 3. This is... okay, I don't know yet. So let me just remove some possible numbers. Yeah, that one what had to be a 2. 3. So this can be a 3. Also, this one can be a 3, so this can be a 4. And again, I have 2, 4, 2, 4 here, but I already had it before. So this is not really helping. And why can't I place more stuff? I should be placing more numbers. Yeah. 8, 9, still, I have to guess a 9. So these are correct numbers. It has to be correct numbers. So let's guess it's 9. I gotta place the last 9. So let's suppose this is a 9, right? So I can know that this is not a 9. So I know that this has to be a 9. All right, here we go. So this one is not a 9 anymore. And I still have 2 9s remaining, right? One is here. One is here. Still, I don't know where they are. So maybe placing those 9s weren't really that useful. Like in just guessing. Well, actually, this has to be a 7 though now, because 7 can only go here. So if that's a 7, that this has to be an 8. And therefore, this can be a 7. This can be a 7. So this can't be a 6. So this has to be a 4. This has to be a 5. Wait, what? Oh, yeah, that's wrong though. Okay, that's perfect. So I know that that can be a 9. That has to be 8. And therefore this is a 7. 7, 8. So this is the 9. Therefore this is an 8. This is a 7. All right, this should be it. Like I should be able to solve it now very, very quickly. Again, because this can be 5 and 6. I should be able to solve it pretty quickly now that I got the last like digits remaining, because it's a 6. This can be a 6 here. So again, this is not an 8. That's the 8. That's the 9. That's the 9. That's the 8. That's the 7. That's the 9. And therefore this is the last 9. All right. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I don't know yet where that is. I don't know this one as well. This 2. Yeah, this can be a 9. If this is a 4, 5, this means that this can't be a 5. Again, this has to be the 8, right? Yeah, because the 8 otherwise can't be placed in any other spot. So this has to be the 7. Therefore, 7. Yeah, don't know yet. And it's so difficult. This is like harder than the ones I've solved. Like I've solved other ones. And it has never been this hard. Again, this can be a 4 though. So I messed up there. And again, I should be able to place the 8 now. The last couple of 8s. Or the 7s. Yeah, this can be a 7 or an 8. So the 3 must go here, right? Yeah, that has to be a 3. So again, the 3 must go here. And 7, yeah, I already placed a 7, so 7 can be there. I still have some 8s because I have the 8 here, 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 or here. So again, see, it's a square. So that's why I can know for sure where the 8 is. And again, I still don't have a clear way to solve it, because like the numbers are all repeated and are in the same like other column or line. Therefore, I'm still lost in where potentially, they could be placed. So I have to guess once again. Okay, I don't have clear ways to know. Okay, the number must go here. Actually, 4. Yeah, the 4 has to be here. This has to be a 4, so this has to be a 6. Okay, 5. 5, and then 2, 4, 2, 4. Nothing. And this can be a 4 or a 6. Right, because I've already placed a 6. Yeah, also this is only an 8 because I already placed 8. Yeah, my bad, I didn't see it. So this has to be the last 8. So this is the 6. And then so 2s, I have the 2s here. Again, the 2s are in a square, so I can't know in any way where they're placed. 4, 5, so this is a 6. This is a 5. This is a 4. This is a 5. This is 6. This is a 4. This is a 5. 4. 2, finally. So that's the 5, right? That's 4. No. Oh, 6. Yeah, 6. 6, that's the 2, and that's a 4. Okay. Whew. Man, so long. So that was level 1971. As you could see, I had to do some guesses. Normally I do guesses to just speed up the process. But yeah, normally the closer you get to level 2000, the harder it is. Like if you go here to the the very first levels, right? Like level 1 or 10, it's easier. Like they give you more insight. They give you more numbers at the beginning, or they just make it easier. So yeah, I think that's gonna be it for today. I don't know. It was probably like a stream of around like 1 hour, more than 1 hour. Yeah, see, already like level 10, you have a ton more of numbers, and it doesn't look like, but this helps you a lot, especially when you have this. Right? See here, this has to be a 2, so you can already place it right away. Let's see. I'm gonna very quickly do this one to see if I can solve it like in record time. Um, but yeah, I'm not gonna really talk that much now. Maybe that's also gonna be better. Yeah, just 5 6 because it's just in a row. Seven, 8 are repeated. 9 also is here. The 4 and the 3 are also placed. Um, okay, so that should be it. And then here, 4 is down. 7, 8 it can be. So it has to be either 2 or 3. So again, I have 5 6 5 6 2 3 2 3. So that means that this has to be the 9. The last piece remaining. Then another one I can use is definitely this one because I have 8 7 and 9. So that means it starts from 6. Again, I have a 4 here. I have a 4 and a 3. Oops. 4 and a 3. And that's it, right? I mean, it's still difficult, of course, because of the fact that you still need to use your logic to solve it. But the fact that you have so many numbers, and especially you can cross-check them, makes it a lot easier in my opinion. Especially like this one, I should be able to solve it pretty easily. I'm gonna place all the numbers though because of the fact that I don't wanna mess up the way in which I write them, and then I can just exclude them. So 8 and 6, because of this, they can be. Then 4 also, it can be. Then here it's 2, 3, and 9, but and then 6 and 8. That can go there. And this one again can be a 2, a 3, a 4, or an 8. But again, the 8 wasn't possible. And again, so therefore this means that these 3 can be here. So it could be 5, 7, 9, then 4, 5, 7, then 1, 5, 6, 7. So again, this can be a 7. All right. So that should be less numbers, of course. And it should be it, right? Because I have a 6 here, 2, 3, 9. Okay. Again, this one should really help me. Let's write all of them first, and then I'm gonna just remove the ones I have. So let's remove 2, 3 from both ones. And then here I can remove a 4 and a 7. All right. Then from this one I can remove a 1 and a 7. This one I can remove a 7, a 4, 4, 7, right? Because this 1 is repeated. So again, this can be a 3, 5, 6, 7, 9, 8. All right. So that should be it. And then some other ones that could be useful where I have many numbers is actually this one, this spot. This should be pretty easy. I have already 2 3, so that could be only a 3, 4 not a 5, could be a 6, could not be a 7, it could not be a 8 as well because it's the 8. So it can only be 3 and 6. Therefore, this can be not a 1, not a 5, it could be a 6, not a 7, and only an 8. So 6 8 and 3 6. These are the only options, right? 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 and 8. All right, and then this one must be higher. Then 4 5 I already placed it down. 6 is here, 7 is here, 8, and then 9. Okay, so this should allow me to have a guess. And again, I'm gonna complete this last corner because again I have many numbers. So this could be a 1, a 2, a 3, no, 4 5, could be a 6 7, and a 8, right, because I have the 9. And also this one, it could be 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8 and 9, right? So just 1 2 and 3. As well, this one, well, this can be an 8. And let's remove the 4 and the 5. Let's remove also the 6 here. All right, and then I have last two. Again, it's not easy, but I feel like the fact that you have so many more numbers already placed allows you to progress much more quickly. 2 and 3. Okay, 8 and 9. So this is actually pretty useful because then I can know that it will not be 8 or 7. And also 3. All right, and then here I have 1 2. This could be a 3, 4 5, could be a 6, 7 8, and a 9. This one instead, it could be 3, not a 6 because it is there, 7, an 8, no, oh, the 8 is there, and 9. Okay, 3 7 9. So again, see from all these spots, well, actually I placed a 2 there, so that this can only be a 2, 3, sorry, because I already placed it. I didn't even realize, but I already placed it down. So this has to be a 6. So this is just 7 9 7 9. And again, this must be an 8, therefore this can be an 8. So this can be an 8 either. This can be a 6 either as well. All right. And also this one, this can be a 7 because I have the 7 there. So it has to be a 6. I forgot that here. I have a 7 in the vertical line. Okay, 9. Now the fact that I place a 3 there means that this has to be a 2. And therefore this is only a 1 or a 3. All right, then let's try to complete these 2 spots right here. So again, it's 1 2 3 5 6 7 8 9. Okay, then this one's going to be again 1 2 5 6, no, and an 8. So just by looking at this, you can see that the only place where I can place an 8 is actually this one. I can't place it here because it's repeated. I can place it here because it's lower, and I can place it here because it's already repeated. So again, this must be an 8. All right. And am I missing something here? Yeah, the 5. I don't know why I put the 5 there. That's it, right? Yes, I placed the numbers that it's easier to know where they're going to be placed. So I just want to complete now the inside. I think in the inside I have many numbers. Also this down part, because I have many numbers already placed. So of course I want to use the lines or the columns where I have the most numbers on. I'm going to complete this last one though, because again it has a sign, so signs are normally helpful. So again 4, 8, now here, and then also 6, 4, 6, and 8. Then this one instead is a 7, 9, 6, and 8. So already see here, I know this can't be a 5 or a 7. So this can only be 1, 2, and 3. Okay, good. And yeah, that should be it. So let's just complete the parts where I have the most numbers on. For example, this one could be a 2, a 5, or a 7, right? Yeah. This one could be, I mean, no, this one it's harder. So let's see this one. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8. Okay. And yeah, here I don't really have that many numbers, but I'm gonna write it down anyway. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8. Yeah, let's write it down. Also this one, why not? 1, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and 9. All right. I think I haven't made any mistakes, right? I haven't repeated any numbers that are written. So this 2, yeah, it could be a 2 because it could be 1 and 1. They are not in the same line. Yeah, I could just complete the numbers on the inside, or I could just go for the 9s, right? Considering I have many 9s, I can just go for where the 9s could be placed to see if I can find an easy spot for a 9, or a high number. Okay, the 9 is already there. So here, I don't know what it is. This is the 9. Yeah, I can't really though, because like the 9, it could be here, it could be here, it could be here. So in this 9, there are multiple spots. Now here, it could be here or here, the other 9. So I might just, I might need to write the numbers down to know that I'm like not missing anything. So let's go for the inner part of this square. I think that this square is going to be pretty useful. Also the ones, I think the ones should help me. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8, right? Because the other numbers are written down. This one could be a 2, a 3, 5, 5, 6, 7, and 8. This one could be a 1, 4, 5, 6, 8. And lastly, this one could be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Oh yeah, 4, 5, 6, and that's it. So can I see something clearly here? 8 not repeated, the ones repeated. All right, that's it. Also here in the bottom, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 is here, 7, 8, and 9. And also here, these numbers are going to be the same, 4, 5, and 7. This one's 1, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and 9. All right, 1, 4, 5, 6, 7. No, not the 2s, not the 8, but yes, the 9 in this case, and the 6. No, okay. Something clearly here that I can place. The ones, nope. Ones can be placed multiple spots. For example, yeah, the 9 here is repeated though. 9. So the 8, I have many 8s. Okay, yeah. I don't know for sure. So this is a 7, 9, and then 1, 2, 3, right? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. 2, 3, 4, 5, 9. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 9. 1, 2, 3, 6, 7, 9. Because 4, 5, 8 already there. And lastly, 1, 2, 3, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Okay, so something clearly I don't see yet. Like a clear number that I know, okay, I can place it right here. It's easy. That's it. So let's just fill the parts in the middle. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Oh yeah, the 4 is repeated here. And this instead is gonna be 2, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Yeah, nothing here, right? I can't place anything for sure. 6, 8, 9. Oh, 3, 4, 9. Okay. 3, 4, and 8, 6, 8. Oh, I still had this one. I still had this one to complete. 4 and 1. I already removed them. Here, 9, 2, and 3. 2, 3. So again, it looked easier at the beginning, you know, because I could just place more stuff right away. But then, as I kept playing, still there are a lot of variables, a lot of spots where you could have different numbers. All right. No, 7, no, because it's there. 2. Okay, that should be it. I shouldn't have made any mistakes in writing the numbers down. Let me just double check. Oh yeah, this one, there is a 6 there. So this is a 5, man. I'm dumb. I'm so dumb. All right. And therefore I can remove the 5s from all these areas. Wait. Oh wow, that's weird. That's a weird combo. Like 7, 9, very high numbers, and then 4, 7. But yeah, all these numbers could be. And all right, let me see here. 4 and 8. 4, 8, 4, 8, yeah. 7, 9, 7, 9. 7, 9. 9, 6, 8. 9, 6, 8. Yeah, this can be a 6 and this can be a 6. Yeah, that was my mistake. I had a 6 there that I placed. And here 8. Yeah, no 8 there. This is a full column now. 5, 6, 7. 5, 6, 7. 5, 6, 7. Yeah. 4 and 1. 4 and 1. 4 and 1. I'm just checking here if I haven't deleted or added numbers that are already repeated. So in a way I don't make mistakes, you know. 3 and 4. Okay, good. And yeah, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2. Okay. And then lastly here it's just 6 and 8. Okay, yeah, it should be fine. So let me see here if I can use something very quickly, or I can find some spots for some numbers which are forced. Taking here a look at the ones in the lines or at the twos. So no ones. Take a look at the ones in the column. Then at the twos. The two actually is here. Oh, no, okay, three. Okay, no, nothing. One. Yeah, I got a very nice here. 1, 2. 1 to 5, 1 to 5. But the 5 could also be there, so cannot use it. Okay, so the ones are not really useful. I could place different ones in different spots. So let's go to the 9s or to the 8s. Normally I look at the extremes numbers, even though like I've seen somehow that sometimes the numbers in the middle, like a 3 or a 4, like or a 6 or a 7, it's just in one particular cell. So you can place it because you know that the number is repeated only that cell. But in my opinion, like it's harder to spot. 9 as well, repeated many times. 8, yeah. Not enough, not enough. 9 here, 7, also repeated many times. Yeah, see here, the 3s. See here, for example, like I only have a 3 here and here. So that's weird. Like normally, like 1 is repeated 3 times. The 2 is repeated 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5 times. The 3 only 2 times. So that's just the weird stuff, you know, that these middle numbers sometimes are not repeated. Sometimes you also need to count how many numbers are there. For example, like I have 9s, I have 1, 2, 3, 4 9s. So that's pretty much, it's a lot. Ones, I have 1, 2, and that's it. I have only 2 ones. So that is why you can see it might be harder for me to spot some places where I can only place ones, even though ones and 9s are really easy to spot with the addings, with this forcing, math. So yeah, 6, I got 4 6s as well. So I should check the 6s. Maybe I might find a 6 that is repeated only once in some weird spot. Uh, no, I haven't found it yet. But yeah, sometimes it just depends also where the numbers are and when you have the addings and which clues it gives you about the positioning of the numbers. So it's not always like if you have many of one number, then it's guaranteed that you're gonna be able to find the last one that you need. All right. So I just wanted to check the 9s. Did I check the 9s in the columns? I think I did, and I found nothing. Yeah, I found nothing. So I might resort to once again check. I don't know why they really say that like you don't have to guess in this game. Like if you place all the correct numbers and then with logic, you exclude the numbers that they can't be placed in certain spots, that you always are gonna find that there is one number that you can place and then that's it. I find it very, very hard to do in many, many circumstances. Maybe maybe there are some techniques about the game that allow you to find districts or to exclude numbers like in a more efficient way, that the things that I'm doing. But again, I don't find like clear ways to clear out the numbers other than like trying to suppose some forcing lines. The only two numbers that I have are the 7 9, 7 9 right there, right here, right. Then I have 1 2 here, I have a 7 9 again there. I have a 4 7, and I have another 1 2 there, a 1 3, and a 1 5. That's it. Those are the only like two, the cells will have only two numbers. Therefore, I can use a bit more the exclusion or some other trick. I mean, this is kind of forcing, like, if this is a 7, right, this has to be a 4 and this has to be a 1. So you can place like all those numbers in a row very, very easily. If 4. Instead, if this one is a 9, well, you could have a 4 or a 7. And if this is a 7, well, you could have a 6, a 5, a 6, or a 1. So I'm going to try to go for, because again, I'm not trying to go to right away jump into the guessing, but I don't see clearly like what I could do to exclude some possible cells and some possible numbers. What I have already done, like I can't really do anything else. I don't have much to play with. See, this is a 2, this is a 1. Oh yeah, no, it could work because 2 1 1 2, it could be placed like this. So this has to be a 3. So 1 2 3. So this is a 9. Yeah, it doesn't really give me this. Yeah. So again, it's not really allowing me. Like I don't know if you guys know, like at this stage, like what you could do to progress through. Like all the tricks that I know don't really apply here. Like I can't find anything that could apply other than like supposing and going for a certain road and then seeing if that actually works. Yeah, there aren't many addings as well. Like all these things are the only things that can allow me to know. You know, for example, this is an 8, this is a 9. It has to be a 9. Or for example, if this is a 2, this has to be a 1. So those are the only two things that you can kind of force. This is an 8, this is a 9, this has to be a 7. Therefore, this has to be a 4, this has to be a 1. So you have like 8, 4, and 1. So like that, that's a 5. 4, 5, 8. So that's a 6. And I think that doesn't work, right? No, 7, 8. Yeah, this could be an 8 though. So again, it's not clear. It's not clear. Like I can't find a clear way to see, okay, yeah, this must be false, or this has to be a false guess because of this particular thing happening. So let's suppose again that this is a 7, this is a 4, and this is a 1. So in that way I can just force it. It's the only things that I can force, and I can know right away the results, because this has to be a 5, right? Therefore this can be only a 6 or an 8. So let's remove this. And therefore 4 5, I remove the 4 5 from here, and the 1, and this, therefore this can be a 1. So 2 and 3 are gone. And again, I have 6 8 6 8, so that means that this has to be a 7. It's the only last number remaining, and therefore this can either be a 6, this can be a 4 or 7. 7 is gone, so this has to be a 9. It's the last spot to place a 9. Yeah, so far it's working. This is a 2. So this can be either a 2 or a 1. Therefore this can be a 2, this can be a 3. This can be a 2. Am I missing something else here? Yeah, this can be a 5 either, or a 6. So 8 9 8 9. See, repeat it. So it means that this can be a 9, this can be an 8. and this can't be an 8 either. So I have 5, 6 here. 2, 5 down here. Wow, that's weird. Do I have anything else? Also here, 2. So that's another 1, 5. So that means that this can be a 1. This can be a 5, and this can be a 1 or a 5. And also 2. Yeah, I already placed a 2 before. And 9. 1, 5 because I already placed a 9 right there. So 6, 8, 1, 5, 1, 5. Can I place a number in just one spot? No, not yet. So this could work. Again, this will work. 2, 2, and 2. Yeah, sometimes what you end up not doing is removing the numbers that you once you place them right away. That's sometimes what I see myself doing, and so you don't cancel, and so you still evaluate that. Oh yeah, here there could be a 1, but in reality it can't because you have already placed the 1. So yeah, sometimes that could messed up. And sometimes I realize I haven't placed a number or haven't deleted a number that it was clear to see that it wasn't there. Okay, and then something else here? I don't think. So this also posing, this is the line. So they had this a 7, a 4, and a 1. So this is all forced, hinging on this 7. Can I do something more? Oh yeah, this can be a 5 also. So it's 1, 2, 1, 2, 7, 9. Oh yeah, see, these are the wrong things. I forgot to delete the 7 from this 9. I placed the 7 and I forgot to delete the 7s. So see, now I have 6, 8 here. So I know that this has to be a 7. See why it's so important to like remember to delete all the numbers from a certain row or column, because otherwise you might still consider them as possible numbers when in reality they can't. And this has to be an 8 now. Yeah, this has to be an 8. And therefore this can be an 8. This can be an 8. This can be an 8. And therefore the 1 must go here. It's the only spot for a 1. And oh no, there's another one right there. Yeah, my bad. No, it's not correct. 1 could be in one of these 2 spots. 4, 4. Yeah, I don't think I can do something more here. Have I really canceled out all the numbers that I've added? The new numbers? I'm gonna quickly check. 4, 2, 2, and 1. This is 2. Okay. 6, 6, and 2. Okay, yeah, should have canceled all the numbers that I have already placed. And let me see here. So 1, 2, 3, 4. So 4. I could place this 4 in these 2 spots. Oh, 8. Yeah, it could be also here. It can only go there, the 8. So this has to be a 6 then. Okay, so this has to be an 8. This has to be a 6. And let's cancel them. Right, the 6 from all these 9 and also the 8. So this has to be a 9. Oops, 9. This therefore is an 8. So let's cancel out 9s, 9s, 8s, and 6s. All right, good. Then what the number I added before? Yeah, the 6, I think. Yeah, I already canceled out. So 9s could be these two here. 1, 5, 3, 9 also. So this is all hinging on the assumption of this 7, remember. So if I see that some numbers get repeated or somehow it doesn't work, it's probably due to the fact that this was not in this cell, it wasn't the 7, but it was the 9. I think the other number could have been a 9. So that's how I know that it doesn't work. I think, yeah, the 2, there are 2 spots where I could place it too. Yeah, 8 and 9s. Contrary to the previous game, now I've been able to place a lot of high numbers, like 8, 9s, or even 7s. So that's good, in one sense. Now let me check. Can I place some numbers here? 7, for example, can only go here, right? Yeah, 7. So that's something that I didn't spot before. 6 can go here and here. 1 can go in different spots, so I can know for sure about that. 2, 3s, 6s, yeah. 1s, 9 also in these 2 spots. Yeah, that's weird because I have like a 6, 5, 6, 7, 8. I need 9 and then the lower numbers, but I can't know for sure where those numbers are because they are just repeated. And then the last one here, 7, 9, 7, 9, 9, again 1, 1, 1. Yeah, let's see some weird numbers like the 6. Yeah, the 6 is repeated 3 times. The 5 also, 4 also, 3 also, 7 also. Yeah, the 7 also in these 2 spots though. That's just weird. Like the 9. No, the 9 is repeated in 3 spots. Yeah. Let's look at some lines here. Look at some vertical line, some columns, and let's look at the lines. But I don't think I'm gonna find something. Okay, look at here at the 5, the 6 could be only here or here. 5s instead in 3 spots, the 3s in 5 spots. Oh wait, I'm a dumb. I placed a 1 and a 2 here, so this is a 3. No way, man. I didn't see that. Really? Okay, well. And this is a 7. Okay, no repeated numbers so far. So that's good. That's good, that's good. So this is a 5. So this is a 2. So this is a 3. And therefore this has to be a 6 because it's the only one higher than 5. So let's cancel here these other numbers. Yeah, also 6 here and 3. I think I can play something more with these 1s and these 2s that I placed. Yeah, there has to be something here. The 9, yeah, I placed the 9, so this can be a 9. So that means that this has to be either a 1 or a 2. Yeah, here we go. So that's pretty useful, right? Because not really, not yet at least. Well, if I haven't found a mistake so far, that means that probably this guess of a 7 was correct. So 7 was actually there, because otherwise I think I would have found out some mistake or some not repeated number somehow. So yeah, the guess was lucky. And I 2 3, I've already placed 2 3. I don't know why I have them right here. 2 3. Yeah, I only need like 1 4 and 5. That's the only numbers I need. Here again, 1 2 and 5. Also 5, I place it here, so I have to remove the 5s. Yeah. Oh man, I don't know why I forgot to remove these ones. So this has to be a 6. It's the last spot for a 6. Yeah, it was guaranteed that it would be a 6. 7 also places, so that means that that's a 9. So 9 can be here. 1 2 3 4 5. Yeah, last numbers remaining. So this has to be a 7. This has to be a 9. And yeah, if I haven't found any repeat numbers, that very likely means that I've my guess was correct. It's just now trying to figure out where exactly are the numbers, which order, if I can know that. Do I have any? Yeah, I have still 1 2 and 3 that I can use. I gotta use them. So if this is a 5, this has to be a 4, right? Five, 4, and again I have 1 2 1 2. So this would be the this would be a 3. So again, this would be a 1 1. Now this is okay. Let's just suppose this is a 5, right? So this is a 4. So it means that this one is a 1. This one is a 5. So that one has to be a 4. And therefore, this one can be a 4, a 5, or a 4. This one has to be a 3. And this one has to be a 4. Then, oh yeah, 1 2 1 2 1 2. Yeah, that can be too many twos. Or did I forget a number? 1 2 3 4 5. No, 5 numbers. So that means that this is a 1. It can't be a 5. Otherwise, it just repeats numbers. So it's a 1. So that means I still don't know which numbers are where. I have only a 1 4 here. And I can delete that one from this side. Again, I don't know. 1 4, but I have 1 4 1 4. So this means that this has to be a 5 now, and this has to be a 2. 2, yeah. So let's take away the 2s. Let's take away the 5. So the 5 can only go there, and the 3 can only go here, right? So that's a 2, that's a 1, that's a 4, that's a 3, that's a 4. Can I solve it quickly? Yeah, because this should be a 2. This should be a 1. This should be a 4. 1 4 2 3 2 1 3 and 1. All right, here we go. So this one I was able to solve it more easily, and you can see that's why like it's lower level, right? And I think that's gonna be it for today's stream, guys. Thank you for having watched it. I hope you enjoyed it. You know, something a little bit different. And see ya. Bye bye.